Welcome back. I've been talking to Femi Owupetu, a financial analyst and treasurer at Consolidated Discounts Limited. She's also the former vice president of the Financial Market Dealers Association. We've been talking about Africa's emerging bond markets. A number of African countries in the last few years have been issuing euro bonds to help fund infrastructure in the various countries. Nigeria has also been part of that. 2011, we debuted a $500 million US dollar euro bond. That is still doing well. The finance minister has said that there will be another one before the end of this year, and also a diaspora bond, a $500 million diaspora bond. That's what we'll be talking about. Now let's just start from there, Femi. The $500 million diaspora bond. Tell us what is a diaspora bond, and how is this going to benefit the country, and how is it different perhaps from the usual euro bond?
Okay, we're talking about diaspora bond. Diaspora bond is a bond in which we know we have a lot of Nigerians in diaspora. We have a lot of brothers and sisters that are out there who are interested in building their country. So what we're going to see is, Nigerians out of Nigeria wanting to invest in government securities that are, risk-free. Okay. Now, that's what we are going to see. Now, very interestingly enough, Nigeria came out as the 5th largest remittance of funds internationally by the World Bank, after India, China, Philippines, and Mexico. And we know why. Now, Nigerians in diaspora were able to bring in close to about $1 billion, and that is a huge amount of money. Now, if we look at another African country who has done it twice, that is Ethiopia. Ethiopia did it the first time in 2009, and it wasn't successful. They tried it in 2011, and it was highly successful. We don't know how much. We think that they did between 5 to 10 years. So if you're saying that Nigerians in diaspora were able to remit close to $1 billion, so $100 million will be very successful. Because what we're looking at is a diaspora bond is similar to a Nigerian bond. It is only that it's like a euro bond. It's denominated in dollars. So what you'll be getting is in dollars. So that is just what makes it different. So
you're just taking money from Nigerians who otherwise perhaps would have invested in the countries that they're residing in, instead of just having them better those economies. They could bring those funds back home and help
develop home, where eventually it's my home. I mean, Nigerians, and that is it. And one thing we know about Nigerians are passionate about their country. They are very, very passionate about country. That is why no matter what you see, you will see a Nigerian always sending money home to his family, also sending home, to build his wealth back home.
But this time they're going to be giving it to the government. This time it's a different ball game.
Yes, but look at what they're going to be doing. They're giving it to the government to improve their roads in front of their houses, to provide better airports, to better roads. To develop our oil and gas, to give them better electricity. I think for every Nigerian, that is what you want to do. You want to come back home like we see the Indians when they are old, they come back home. Nigerians will come back home. We're talking about the power reforms, and you want to come back home and see their light in your houses. You don't need to put on the generator. So you are interested in developing Nigeria. Now, what is also very interesting, it's born out of the idea that there are a lot of Nigerians in all these road shows that have been done by the DMO, the Debt Management Office, and the Finance
Ministry of Trade and Finance.
Yes, so Nigerians have been saying, look, we want to invest. How can we invest? How can we develop our country? I mean, we've seen what is going on. We want to be part of what is happening. We want better returns, because they will also be getting better returns for their money. It's not that they're going to give us those monies cheap.
They're not concerned about inability of the federal government to pay back?
There shouldn't be any reason, because if a hedge fund can invest in a Eurobond, because it's just it has a lot of similar attributes and conditions. If a Eurobond is confident to invest, who is not a Nigerian, I think a Nigerian should be very ready to invest in his own country.
So do you think the Nigerians will be looking more at the returns, or just the fact that they're being patriotic as well and contributing to national development?
It's a combination of the two. But Nigerians will be more interested in the returns is attractive. Because where else would you put your money? I mean, if you are looking at 5, 6, instead for you to put that money also in the UK or the US bond, you'll be looking at 1.5. And also, what is also interesting is patriotic from them. We want to develop our country. We see what is going on. We want to be part of, supporting our development, and that should be a success story. And they will have also be saying that, look, we Nigerians back home, we invest in treasury bills. we invest in government securities. Now, there is this idea of where you are going to invest. You will have to first transfer your money, translate it to Naira, to invest in those securities. Now, this is a very risk-free. You are sure that your returns will also be in dollar, the money you put it in. So if you need it back, you will get it back. Your coupons will be paid in dollars. So that's a bit of comfort for them.
Can we afford both at the same time? If we're planning a $1 billion Euro bond and then this diaspora bond, $500 million US dollars, all in one, both in 1 year, is that financially, is that good for the Nigerian economy?
I don't see anything wrong with it. It is just the timing. The timing is, if things continue to be the way it is, which we are all looking forward to. There's money out there. There is the structural issues in the economic structural issues in the European countries. There's these issues about emerging markets. What we will see is we will do the 1 billion, because the first time we did a 500, it was oversubscribed. We will do a 1 billion. I see it being oversubscribed. And then we will then wait a little bit and then come in with the diaspora.
Because to see how it will go, to see if that one will go. Because I was going to ask you about the pricing for this diaspora, but is it different?
It's going to take a cue from, that's why I believe what the finance minister is doing is to first, she's going to, when she goes for the roadshow, she will sell the boat. And on selling the boat, what first thing she's going to do is, the Euro bond will be the priority. Now, based on what she's getting from the sensitization of, the investors and diaspora, we'll then kick in on the 500 billion diaspora bond. But she has already had target markets. So people who want to invest on it. The yields might just be a little bit different. Most likely might be a little bit, might go on any side, can be, higher or lower. But that will come a lot from, the results of the Euro bond, which will be the first one of 1 billion.
All right, that sounds good. Hopefully we'll have a successful outing for
definitely.
the Euro and
definitely. What we're going to say is a very, very successful bond auction for the Euro bond. I mean, we've seen it. I mean, when you see our auctions now, even in the Nigerian auction, and we have one coming in next tomorrow, you will see that it's oversubscribed. And that is
so even within the Nigerian space, there's so much liquidity, there's so much fund.
But the fund is not coming only from from the Nigerian. You also have, you said it initially that there is hot money coming in. So that is money from foreign portfolio investors who have interest. And so for them, they are bringing it into Naira. They're going to have to convert it into Naira to invest it here. So if you've got the opportunity, and if you look at it successfully, we've had oversubscription of those bonds. So there's actually opportunities out there for us to be able to